let's have a quick look at silver and gold. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, a market update on silver and gold just quickly. So, well, I hope it's quick for you guys anyway. So firstly, we can see that obviously the silver for me, actually let's go to the gold first. This is the gold chart. Gold has continued just to rise and rise and rise and continue to rise. And right now we're actually at this point where it's actually trying to break new highs on gold, but the silver is not at near the highs at the moment. So I was saying yesterday that looking at this chart, guys, we saw this market that actually had this run up, but when we see this sort of pattern through here, so I want to see this market continue blasting straight off. Otherwise, we will get a decent pullback, and I want to see that thing just continue just to break up. If it does break up out of this sort of small little channel through here, this channel through here, if it does break up, then we're likely to continue up a lot more and obviously break past new highs. But as you can see now, if I go to the gold stocks are actually just took off today. It's up 4%. That's gold. Let's go to the GOD. So GOD, as you can see, guys, GOD actually had a real good increase in volume where it is right now. So it's just GOD is actually almost breaking to new highs, and the SLV, once again, lots and lots of volume behind that. It looks like there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of people now buying into this. And once again, I'm so glad that I just was patient, waiting for the right time, and I was watching this, and what is luck? Luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? And a lot of people have been saying that I was lucky to get this here, but I would just say that I was prepared. I was watching this for many months, and I was prepared, and I was waiting for it, and the market's taken off, and I'm just enjoying this move up. So it looks like silver wants to just keep going up and keep going up from where it is right now. SLV getting big spikes in volume, continue moving up, and obviously GOD is obviously doing the same as well too. So GOD is actually almost at its highs right now. So guys, for me, it looks like the market wants to just keep pushing higher, especially on GOD and SLV. And you would expect that if we're going to go through a crisis, which we will this year, then what generally happens is gold and silver spike before the big crisis. So what actually happens in the first quarter to half of a big crisis, gold and silver spike like crazy as the market starts coming off. And then what's happened the last couple of times anyway is that, and then the gold and silver spiked as the markets come off for the first quarter to half of the downward movement, of the crash, collapse, whatever you want to call it. And then what happens is generally when the market continues down, then suddenly gold and silver go down as well too. Now there's a lot of people out there like Polny who's actually saying that, you know, we're going to get, if I go to my silver chart, he's actually saying SLV, he's actually saying 3-digit silver is coming. I hope so for me, because I have a lot of SLV calls right now, and I'm still in them right now as I speak. I said I won't be getting out of them anytime soon. And I have a lot longer. I actually have I have in the money options, and I also have a way out of the money options, and they're just way out of money options are just absolutely just cranking right now. So doing really well with that. So I see silver and gold now. I see silver and gold continue to rise from there. Let's actually bring up, say, a weekly chart here, guys. Let me bring up the weekly chart. There we go, weekly chart. So weekly chart, guys, silver and gold, SLV looks like, you know, SLV is continuing to rise, and we're trying to break this level through here. I think that will happen quite soon. And if you have a look at the GOD chart, GOD, you can see this is the top resistance. That's where it is right now, and we're getting lots of volume. So it looks like it may want to push through that, and it looks like that with the volume, it looks like that we may have a really good chance of just absolutely just starting to spike big time through that. If you have a look at the actual gold chart, once again the gold chart is at its highs, and you can see the silver is almost, it's not at its highs yet. And I'm okay with that because silver actually had a bigger pullback to me. Silver had a bigger pullback, and to me that was a really, really good buying opportunity. Because if you have a look at the daily chart, from the low to the high point right now, silver has risen about 10%. And if we go to the gold, from the low to the high, we have only risen around about 7, maybe 8%. So I was saying before, guys, the reason why I got into SLV myself down here when I did, if you go back and check my videos, I was talking about that I believe silver is going to give a better return on my investment. Not that I don't believe gold is a good market to trade. I think it's going to go up as well, but I think we're going to get for me, my own money, I think I'm going to get a better return on my investment during this year, having silver and call options, which expires obviously at the start of next year. So I'll be riding this out, and if Bo Polny is right, he's calling for 3-digit silver. 3-digit silver. So when you look at, say, the SLV chart, for example, you can see that 3-digit silver is up here. Now, I don't know if that is the case, then that we're talking about a 400% rise in, which just sounds nuts, right? But you can see back in 2010, it had a 200% rise, and then it broke down, and that was actually in the matter of a few months. So that may happen this year. That may happen when the market just absolutely just explodes and gets ready. But I'll tell you right now, guys, this is definitely forming a bull trend, and I'm really, really glad that I was patient, and I definitely got into a good price. So looking at that, let's have a quick look, guys, at just say the US dollar and the Australian dollar as well. So the US dollar is actually came up and almost closed the gap, and now it's rejecting back off again. I was saying before, guys, that I think that we may, let me bring up this chart here. This is a weekly chart. I was saying before that we may get a little retracement back up to here, but to me, guys, it looks like that this US dollar is actually likely to hold here, and we're likely to start heading down. And you can just start to see this whole area through here. This whole area through there is indeed. This whole area through here is indeed a support and resistance. I've got support through there. Had a lot of support through there when it broke, almost through there, resistance, and this whole resistance line through here as well too. So that tells me we're likely to get more downside to come. And the Australian dollar has actually come down, bounced off it, and continued up. Looking on the daily chart, you can see how it came down, and now we're rising up from this bottom through here, and you can see on the US dollar that it came down and had a rise up through there. So I'm expecting to start seeing more downside on the US dollar and more upside on the Australian dollar. That's the bigger pattern for me. As you can see, this massive bottoming pattern on the Australian dollar tells me we're likely to get a lot more upside, and obviously US dollar continuing this downward trend as well too. So there we go, guys. Bit of an update on silver, gold, some Bo Polny action in this video as well too. Looking at the US dollar and the Australian dollar as well. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.